All right, well, welcome to Strength Flow. Good afternoon, almost good evening. Coach Chris here. We are going to start off on the back of our yoga mats. If you're on a yoga mat, if you got plenty of room, start wherever you'd like to go. But to start off, let's take a big breath, open up that chest, breathe in through the nose, breathe in through the belly, and as you exhale, reach for those toes. Deep stretch. Breathe. Now let's start rising up vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to do that one more time. Big breath. In through the nose. Fill that belly with air. Exhale. Reach for those toes. Now sort of stack those vertebrae one by one. Take it up top. Reach those arms out as far as you can. We're just going to spend a couple seconds here. I want thumbs to the sky right now. And I want you to turn those thumbs to the ground. Arms are still as long as you can get them. Thumbs to the sky. Now thumbs turn back. Open up the anterior part of that shoulder. Thumbs to the sky. Thumbs go to the ground. So you can take it a little bit further this time. Back to sky. To the back. Can you take it a hair further? Back to sky. Let's check it out. All right. Find your comfortable squat position for me. Keeping that chest proud, so if you need to reach those hands out, you certainly can. Grabbing onto those toes. Big breath into the nose. Exhale, lift those hips, deep hamstring stretch. You can move those legs a little bit. I encourage you to move those legs a little bit. Pull those hips back down, chest proud, stand tall. Do that one more time. Point on down, grabbing onto those toes, big breath into the nose. Exhale, lift hips. You're going to encourage some movement. And drop hips, stand tall. We are going to go into our handcuff drill. We're only going to do one rep on each side, so please put some effort into this. Take those hands behind the back. Right hand grabs onto that left wrist. Shoulder blades go back. Now take the hands off the back. Ooh, much better than this morning. And lift, exhale. And relax, shake those arms out. Left hand grabs onto that right wrist. Shoulder blades go back, hands off the back, and if you can, lift, exhale. Excellent, shake those arms on out. All right, we have 5 overhead squats. I want you to put some good intent into these. All right, so really build up to something we're doing later today. All right, so we got our strong squat stance. I want you to punch those hands overhead, reach those fingertips to the sky, turn those thumbs back. All right, pull that rib cage down. You might just let it flare. And now pull down to whatever your bottom squat position is in that overhead squat. And now stand tall. Reset, belt line to belly button. Pull down. And tall. Reset, down. Tall. Belt line to belly button. Down. Tall. One more, belt line to belly button, pull down, and tall. Woo, good work. Let's go to a seated position. We're going to play around with some shin box, and then we'll get started with today's workout. Feet out in front. This is all part of the workout. Right chest is proud, left knee goes to the ground, right knee follows. A lot of us drill very well. All right, we're going to keep the chest proud for the first few reps, hands on the floor. Right knee goes as far as it can over. Left knee still hasn't left the ground, Now I can join on over. Left knee leads the way, back across. Do not lift that right knee. Don't lift, don't lift, don't lift, don't lift, don't lift. Now take it up. One more on each. Right knee leads the way. Take it. And left knee follows. And working that same tempo, same intensity over to the left. Excellent. All right, now let's see if we can take those hands off the ground. If this is too much for you, you can put them back down. All right, hands off the floor. Right knee's going to lead the way across. Left knee's going to follow. Hands free, shin box. Little Bluetooth action. Left knee leads the way back across. Right knee. Left knee. All right. Now let's put those hands back again. Going back over to the right, you're going to leave your right hand on the ground, and then we're going to press through those hips Taking that left hand overhead, opening up that lateral line, pulling back down, staying across to the left. Left hand stays down, press through that right hip, reach that right hand overhead, pulling back down. One more on each, and we'll be done with our shin box drills. We'll move on to our movements. Tripod reach, down, going left, tripod reach, and relax. All right, let's take it up top. However you'd like to get there. Have a cool movement you'd like to do to get standing. All right, so we're going to start off with some sprawls. We know our sprawls well. Make sure you got plenty of room behind you. Just a quick demo. Your chest is going to stay proud in that sprawl position, just like we did in that overhead squat. Hands to the floor. You're going to drop the hips. Hang out there as long as you would like, and then making your way back up top. All right, this is our first movement. It's all we care about right now. So give me a big breath. About 40, 45 seconds, your tempo. Let's work. Pull down, drop hips, lift chest, and tall. Light on the feet, strong through the hands. We did a lot of prep work to get into these movements, so we should feel pretty good. Get your nice and light on those feet, exploding through the hips to get those feet back to that squat position. 15 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right. We're going to make our way into our beast position. So the position we would get into if we were working kick throughs. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we're going to work hip drops. So the knees are going to go off to the left. You're going to tap that right hip to the floor, and then you're going to switch right on over. Knees off to the right, drop left hip. Your work, your pace. Let's work. So you're going to feel a little bit deeper stretch down the oblique, maybe through that QL, through the hip. So hands stay on the floor, hips drop. A little bit faster movement compared to the full kick through. Nice and light on those feet, 10 seconds. Last 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, going into our rolls. I demoed this at the beginning of class, or actually before class. If you're not a big fan of rolls, you can give me roll ups, okay? So if we can, I want you back in that tall seated position. All right, as we go to a lying back position, your feet are going to go to the sky, and you're just going to sit back up tall. This is what we're going to start off with. Just our strong roll. We'll roll back. You can keep those hands on the floor. You want to get those hips a little bit higher. But whether you're working the roll up where your legs are going to stay on the ground and you're just working that upper torso, or whether you're working the roll backs, I want you going nice and tall and sturdy through that midsection. I did forget to call out, make sure you have plenty of room behind you. No surprise kettlebells, plates, or anything that could hurt you behind the head. 3, 2, 1, relax. Let's take it back up top. All right, so we're going to add on to that sprawl. We're just going to add a sit back on this next round. All right, so our sprawl to sit back, what does that look like? Boom, boom, back to our sprawl. If you want to throw in a little bit of the up dog, you can, and that would be more of a sit back, open up anterior, and then take it up top. All right, whatever feels good to you, this is your workout. I'm just here. All right, athletic position. Pulling on down, adding that sit back. Then it's up to you if you want to open up the chest, and then going back to that standing position. All right, or we can just work the sit back, and then back up tall. Let's work. You can have a little bit of fun, mix it up. Again, we have to start thinking about, do we need to go back to where we were? Maybe you need to stay with that original sprawl, which was just going down, dropping hips, Hold that up dog, and then take it back up top. 20 seconds. Again, mix it up if you like. Have some quote-unquote fun. 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, big breath. Last round, we did our hip drops. Now we're gonna take it to a true kick through, all right? So we're gonna extend that leg all the way through. It'll probably slow you down a little bit, but a little bit more skill work, as well as strength through that pillar. All right, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, knees off the ground. All right, knees are gonna start going to the left. Left hand's gonna pull to the body. Right heel's gonna drive through. Back to beast. Off to the right. Right hand lifts. Left heel drive. Your pace. Nice, strong kick throughs. Now I want you to pay attention to that top hand. I want you to pull that top hand like it's got 100 pounds in it. So really put some effort into activating through that T-spine, those shoulders. Stay strong, stay strong. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, so we're going back into our rollbacks or roll-ups again. How can you make your roll-up a little more challenging? You can take those feet a little bit wider and work in that position. How can we escalate the rollback? All right, I'm gonna show it to you as slow as possible. You're gonna roll back, you're gonna tuck one leg behind the other, so that when you land, you're gonna be in almost this half kneel position. What can we do from there? Go from here to pulling yourself to a hip extension. Pull that imaginary rope just like we do in our shin box to hip extension. Grab that rope, pull yourself up, all right? You pick your medicine, rolling back, tucking that foot under if you can, working that strong hip drive. Again, we have options. 1, don't do the hip drive. Stay with the roll back we did last round. Or work that roll up with feet open, keeping the back of the knees to the floor. Be aware of how much you're moving around, especially if you're in a tight space. I know that to my hard right, I have some very unforgivable iron balls that will ruin my day. So be aware of what's around you. Last 15 seconds. Then we get to restart back to our next sprawl variation. 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right, let's take it up top. Big breath. So now we're going to add on to that sit back or knee extension. Okay? So we're coming out of our sit back. Also, we find ourselves in a plank. So you're going to punch that knee to the outside of your elbow. Right? Don't hit your elbow. Don't hurt yourself. What does that look like? While you're catching your breath. Pulling down, you're going to sit back. Knee extension, left knee to left elbow. Sit back, right knee to right elbow. Sit back, stand tall. This one is going to cost you a little bit. So give me a big breath. Let's pull down, sit back, knee extension, boom, sit back, knee extension, boom, sit back, tall. Your pace, let's work. So a lot of work through those shoulders, through those lats with that sit back. Woo, about 15 more seconds, you got it. This is our last time working the sprawl today. Last 5. 4, 3, 2, finish up that rep. Good work. Woo! All right. let's go ahead and take it on down to our beast position, or work our way down. So things are going to get pretty challenging here. You're going to keep your hands on the floor, and you're going to give me a kick through. You're going to realize how much rotation is needed through those hips, and through that T-spine for that clean kick through. Keep within your abilities. All right, this one can be really challenging in the low back, so please don't underestimate how stressful this one can be. All right, so hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, knees off the ground. All right, we're going to go off to the left. That left foot's going to go flat, and we're going to drive through that right leg. Hands are still on the ground. Back to beast. Knees go off to the right, hands stay on the ground. Left heel drives through. Back to beast. Let's work. This one really can humble you on how much is needed through that T-spine to work that kick through. Feeling those obliques, those transverse abdominals, those deep down belly muscles. Of course, regress back or take it back in a movement if you need to. 15 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, woo! Relax. Love you, y'all. Good work hanging out. All right. You're breathing. Eyes are on me for just a minute. I demoed this one before class. So how can we escalate that roll back to hip extension? You're going to roll back. You're going to tuck that foot under. You're going to extend. And you're going to stand. So you're going to turn that back foot. How do we reverse that? Lunge, drop the knee. Rotate that back foot back in. Seated. And then we switch every round. All right, you have to make sure that back foot rotates back and forth. If you're already thinking that's not for me, don't do it. Do something we already have. Let's have some fun. This is the last challenging movement we're going to do today. Then we're just going to rest the class recovering. All right, big breath. Roll back. Tuck it under. Hip extension. Rotate that back foot. Stand all the way up. Same foot steps back. Rotate it in. Sitting back. Switch out feet. Boom. Boom. Make sure you get that foot rotating back and forth. You may find one side feels a little bit smoother than the other. That's fine. We're going to keep things even. Take your time. Get about 30 more seconds if you're working the roll-ups. All right, or we're just working that torso on and off the ground. Keep those hands a little more vertical in these last few reps. Making sure you're challenging, let me go off camera, challenging that midsection as much as possible. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Woo! Y'all, awesome work, awesome work. All right, let's stay tall. So I want that heart rate to come down. Let's tuck that right heel back towards our glute. And we're gonna take that left hand back. If you're feeling a little extra flexible today, you can drop to that forearm. We're concentrating again that quad and that hip flexor lengthen and keeping your head above your heart. Deep breaths. All right, let's switch out those legs. Right foot comes out in front, left heel tucks back. And you got to take that right hand back and come back onto that right forearm. Wherever your journey takes you. Head stays above the heart, so let's not drop too low. I'm hoping you didn't finish there breathless, but your heart rate should have been up. That was quite a finisher between the kick through, of course, the sprawl with that double knee extension. And then if you did challenge yourself with any of the variations of the roll up or the roll back, should have been a good finisher. Take one last deep breath for me. Slow exhale. Give yourselves a little round of applause. Thank you very much for spending your afternoon, pretty much evening with me. It feels more like afternoon now, it's staying brighter outside. Y'all go fuel up if you haven't already. I will see you back here tomorrow night. Phone a friend, bring a colleague, make them dance with you. And y'all stay classy out there.